Hello and welcome to another episode of Don't Tell My Wife podcast. Here with one of your hosts, Junior.
And it's Ken.
And we've got a very special guest this week.
Another special guest.
Back to back.
Back to back, man.
Obviously, if you can say your name, and I think that's it. That's what we really asked for, name.
Yeah. What, my full name?
No, just
Andrew.
Thank you, bro. Thank you for coming, man. I appreciate it.
Appreciate you guys.
I appreciate it. Yeah, we wanted to reach out to you because obviously, like we were spoken about earlier, you speak a lot about what we speak about.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, what your business and what you're going into is timely. It's a timely conversation, man.
Yeah.
But when we start our episodes, we like to ask, what did your wife do this week?
This guy didn't want to go in with how's your week been or anything.
Oh, straight in that.
Oh,
my bad, though. You could go.
Jesus.
I love you, man.
Straight in.
How's my week been?
How's your week been, bro?
No, it's actually been all right, you know. It's been a lot better than recent weeks. Yeah, man. No, plowing on through the days.
You look better, fresh trim, everything.
Yeah, man. But you know them
looking
ones, yeah?
clean today.
Bro, I can't lie. I even said, I was just before I left, I was like, I got that shit on though. You
Don't
know
kill
what I mean?
me.
But I was like,
I was even like, hey, where you going?
but obviously, I don't really go out, so this is the only place where people will see
I
me.
heard that.
You know what I mean? So that's why I always make sure I wear jeans, I wear a top or something like that. So yeah. But other than that, no, it's actually been a good week. Things are looking up, so
that's good, man.
I'm pretty happy about that. But yeah, man, what about you?
How's my week been? It's been a calm week, you know. I don't even have anything for my wife did this week. It's been a calm week. Like she's been off on holiday this week. Well, half term. She's teaching.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she's just been at home.
Where'd she go today? Because I saw
her friend's birthday. So they done like a staycay. It looks lit though.
Oh, is it? It looks place is nice. Where's
nice. It's like Oxford, like Bicester.
Oh, is it?
But Zeph's in it's my mum's store.
Okay, Trafford.
Yeah,
Are you going to pick him up after you tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
So you have an idea yourself? Football manager.
Well, FIFA epic. As I play football manager on the side, I play FIFA.
Wait, I saw it's FC 24.
Yeah,
FC.
Oh,
FIFA.
Bro, I always been on those
Wait,
FIFA
do you play FIFA?
No, I haven't, bro. Do you know what? I realized over the pandemic.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, no, I think it's I was banging it during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Innit? And I realized like my life was just going away, innit?
Yeah,
but it was the pandemic.
good times
man.
though.
It's true. But then now, life, we've got things to do.
Wait, you were married in the pandemic, innit?
No, I got married just before, 2019, the year before.
How was...
Wait,
in fact, we'll get there.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So,
See,
how's your week,
I'm
bro?
jumping
My
the gun
week.
today.
Both of us, innit?
But yeah, so
Yeah, my week's been good, man. To be fair, my week hasn't been anything extravagant. I just recently started a new job. I just added another job in it
Mhm.
Oh, wow.
because of just certain things I wanted to pattern.
Mhm.
So I've just had a consistent routine.
Mhm.
So it's
That's
been
good.
nothing special. If you're but yeah.
That's calm. And obviously now we go on to
Yeah.
what did our wife do this week?
Yeah.
So I don't know if you've heard, but a little segment that we have, it could be good, it could be bad. There's one thing that your wife did this week.
Do you know what? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it can be good or
It
bad.
could be good or bad. Oh,
'Cause
so
I
it's
already
going
had
straight to the
some.
bad. You've
never had bad in some
You
time.
can give us good or bad.
Give us
You can
good
give
and
good
bad,
and
yeah.
bad.
I
Yeah,
have
good
to
and bad.
You have to pick one. Okay.
Because she's gonna watch this.
Yeah, for real.
It doesn't matter, man.
If I'm not careful, I can see an argument happening in the
Don't
kitchen,
kill
bro,
me.
next to the fridge, bro. But this week, like I said, obviously I've been like working bare and sort of thing. And just her being able to like hold it down
Mhm.
with our little boy, like without really complaining. I know it's been hard for her and
Mhm.
whatnot, but she understands, like she sees the vision in what I'm trying to,
Mhm.
bring forth in it. So
Yeah.
I appreciate her literally being there and holding it down.
Wow.
Yeah. Obviously, if you want to talk about bad, it's not necessarily like
Yeah.
anything that happened this week, last week.
Yeah.
There was we went out to Topgolf. Have you been to
Yeah.
Topgolf before?
Yeah, I've been top.
Yeah.
What's Top Golf? The actual one, the driving range, or
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
this was
nah.
the one with the points system.
Yeah, that's the same
The
one.
one-
I've never been Top Golf, but
Oh,
I know it. Though.
Which is that one?
It's
Greenwich one.
No, not the Greenwich one. Greenwich isn't Topgolf. That's just a normal driving range. That one's dead.
Oh.
But this one's like a
Yeah, that's
point.
not Top Golf.
Yeah, this one's like I think.
I know what
like
I think I know.
Chingford or-
Chinkford, yeah. I've been to
it's
that
like
one, yeah.
Maybe I need
points.
to
That
go.
one's
That's
fun.
why you've
But yeah,
been
go
there.
on.
It's good. So we went now.
With just you and her?
No, with so like a friend of ours,
Mhm.
she's an influencer and she got invited.
Mm.
So she just like brought us along.
Yeah,
innit?
yeah.
Sort of thing. And I don't even remember, to this day, I don't actually remember what happened, but all I just know is in the car things were off.
Yeah.
Like the mood was
You know, it's funny you say that, yeah, because
No,
women
remember.
don't understand, yeah, that don't be awkward or off before we're going somewhere.
Yeah.
It's Women's the day, bro.
That's exactly what I was going
But
to
yeah,
say.
go on, sorry.
Bro, because in my mind, I'm thinking we're on the A2. We're at
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Blackwall Tunnel.
Yeah.
You know, it's one way.
Yeah.
In my head, I'm thinking, I'll spin this car now. Like, that's how gone my head was, isn't it? Like, and then not too long after, we got hit in the back of the back of the car got hit by the next man. So I've even like stopped.
So you must
gotten
have
out
been
the car.
fuming there.
Yeah. So it was just, everything was adding to it.
Mhm.
And I think when I got into the car, there was just a bit of confusion about what we were going to do, if we were going to stop right there or wait.
Find somewhere to stop.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly, sort of thing. So she misunderstood it as me telling her to get out and check the number plate. And then from there, it was just the miscommunication.
Chaos, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So throughout the whole time we were at Top Goal, it was, you know when, I don't know, bro, my head is even still spinning thinking about it because I'm there right now, innit?
Yeah.
But it was like, you know when she's talking to everyone there but me.
but you.
Yeah, and I can see like there's certain things that you're doing. But yeah, other than that, it was, after that, we blessed it.
You know what's funny about, you know when you're out with your friends and you know, you can tell that them and their partner are arguing.
Yeah.
You know what? I hate that so much.
No, but you know, that's so funny, yeah, because I'm trying to think. I don't think me and us has had that where we've been out and we've beefed. Like when we beef, yeah, if we're out, we're just like squash it, like firm it, kind of thing. And then we squash it so it's calm.
Yeah.
But what you said, do you remember when I was going to watch the Spurs game?
Yeah.
She annoyed me. So we was going to watch a football match.
Damn,
And then-
Spurs fan.
Yeah,
Bro,
Spurs
it's
fan.
crazy. A black Spurs fan.
I know. I
Bro,
was
never seen that in my life.
My dad supported Spurs.
That's even worse than Africa, man.
Yeah, the fact.
Wait, why,
Yeah,
bro?
yeah.
I took
I've
it from my dad,
never
but I'm a
heard-
real fan, bro.
Said, let Lee
I'm a
King
real
get them.
fan, bro.
Sorry.
It's from birth, my guy. Listen, shut up till I die, bro. But anyway, so she wanted to do like her hair and makeup and stuff, innit? And I was like, babe, we're going to a
We're going
football
to a
match.
football. It's
Oh.
cold.
You don't need
it's
to
wet.
do this.
Your hoodie might even be up.
You don't need to do this.
Yeah.
And then she obviously she doesn't like when I rush her, innit? But I like
Yeah.
time, innit? Like, and obviously you know what women are like when they do their hair and makeup. And I'm like, babe, we're not going to dinner
Yeah.
where we could be late. We're going to watch a football game. Why are you making me late to what I want to do?
Yeah.
And then literally the whole car journey until we got to Liverpool Street where we parked, just awkward.
Just
I was
calm.
like, babe, you're literally gonna make me ruin my day, you know?
Yeah.
And this is supposed to be my birthday present.
mean-
and
it's
you're
your
there.
birthday.
Yeah, bro.
Hey, happy belated.
Thank you, bro. So that's so funny. Women, they actually know how to mess things up. But it is what it is, man.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
It is
Do
what
I
it
have
is.
anything?
What about you? What did you have to do this week?
No, it's been a good week. I've kind of noticed though, you know when and maybe this is something I've got to try and pattern. This is to do with both of us, innit? About selflessness, innit? Like I
What,
think
me and you or you and her?
No, me and her.
Oh.
So I think I was about to go and shower,
Mhm.
and none of my work shirts were anywhere to be seen in it. And I asked her like, "Where's my work shirts?" And obviously they were
She's like, I don't know. How should I know?
Bro, that's what I said. I got like, drying on the thing, but I haven't even checked. So I was like, okay, I'm going to shower now because this is. I went in the office on Wednesday and then had to go in on Thursday because it's back to back. Then I was like, okay, while I go and shower, do you mind bringing up my top? And she was like, why can't you get it after you shower? And I said, what kind of selfishness is this? So I said, you can't go downstairs and help me go and get it. And she was like, she looked at me and I was like, so obviously I came out of the shower, she got it, and then obviously it was unironed and that. And I looked, I said, so you couldn't even just iron it small. Just small iron.
No, but women don't like to iron though.
No.
Like,
I
my
don't
wife,
mind
she
ironing,
hardly
though.
irons. I'm the ironer.
Yeah, I'm mostly iron.
Mhm.
Well, no, there's nothing really to iron in my house.
I don't really have much
Yeah.
to iron in my
Except from
house.
work
I
stuff.
iron everything, bro.
Really? Or even your
Stuff
underwear?
that not underwear.
Oh, okay.
But you know, sometimes I do though.
Oh,
No,
right.
but t-shirts and that, when you're going out, yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
'cause I'm
Bro,
the one
I iron
that
everything.
I just don't mind ironing it. So I was just like, and then she was like, oh, okay. So she got up and did it. And I was just like, I was thinking, is it because you're tired because of obviously keeping up with Malachi? Or is it you being small selfish? Which one? But then also I deeped, if it was roles reversed. But I think it's just something that I've got to remember as well, because sometimes she might ask me to get something in the middle of the night. So you know them ones is kind of a thing where every time you're about to go to bed or something, your woman asks you to go and do something. So every time, and obviously because of Miles and she's breastfeeding, she'll be like, I'll be lying down, I'll be about to sleep. She's like, oh, do you mind going to the next room and getting the breast pads? I said, Jesus.
They ask at the
Lord."
worst
I said,
time.
bro,
At the worst
you know
time.
what I mean? So I think, and normally I do in it, but I
Mhm.
think it's a thing where I've got to just start learning how to be more selfless as well anyway. So Let me not
I heard that.
complain.
What you said is so funny. Yeah, it's like men. We can relate on everything.
Oh yeah,
bro.
we live in the same
Bro,
life.
we live in the
Yeah.
same- Cause my wife, yeah, bro, it's like when she, obviously your sofa with the L-shaped thing.
Yeah.
So when I'm lying down on the sofa, okay, I'm chilling, I'm comfortable.
Yeah.
And when I do that, she's asking me, can you do this? Can you make Zeph a drink? Can you do this? I'm like, bro, like, are you not standing? Like, can't you go do it? Like, why must you always ask me when I'm relaxed? Yeah. Especially recently in Football Manager. Every time in the evening.
Every time they see you doing something, that's when they come
on. I'm just like, allow it, man.
I'll be in the middle of a clubs game or FIFA game. And online, you can't pause it. Mm-hmm. So I'll be in the middle of it and she's like, here, just take it for a minute. And I'm like, okay, yeah, first. But then when he's bare crying, I'm trying to concentrate. Bro, one thing that I feel like I got tricked on, in terms of fatherhood, I'll be seeing on TikTok the parents holding the bottle like this on the neck, doing that while they're playing PlayStation. Bro, that is not practical at all.
I used to do that stuff.
And it
works. It works, man. But when Zeph was first born, he was quite chilled, didn't it? So he wasn't really an energetic baby or like a fussy kid like that.
Okay, fair.
So I got away with stuff like I used to play FIFA all the time and carry him.
No,
speaking of the kids, we ask baby developments as well. So every week, how did your baby develop this week? What new stuff is he doing? Okay. So we'll go with you first. Is there any baby developments with Rally?
No, because what did I say last week? The rolling, sitting up in it. Yeah, no, it's just the same things, to be honest.
What about you? Is anything your son's doing now? 6 months. That's a
big
milestone.
That was a milestone.
His thing now. Oh, he's proper starting to eat like solid.
Oh yeah, that's one. Yeah, that's one.
But I think his thing now is like he loves grabbing like my face and grabbing my beard.
Yeah. They do that.
It's proper painful.
They do that.
Bro, man, they'll pinch. They'll do that.
Yeah.
Oh, bro.
Even if he does that now, fam.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, it's peak stuff.
Yeah. What about you?
What's Zeph? He's got another code. So basically, my son, I don't know why I got for his immune system, but bro, every week this guy has an illness.
Get him on the
every
vitamins.
week, bro. No, we have to because every week. Why is he ill, bro?
Because he's running around at nursery.
Bro, it's nursery, innit? Yeah, man. It's
cool.
nursery, bro. So this week he's got a cold. I don't know what will be next week. Obviously, we pray that nothing further happens.
Yeah.
But bro, that's his development this week, man.
I'm screaming.
Nah, it's too funny. Kids, but when they start nursery, it's peak, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, you've been with your wife for 8 years now? Is it 8 years?
Yeah, so as in like in a relationship.
Yeah, just together.
Yeah.
I'm lucky.
Yeah, 2015.
2015.
Yeah.
When about in 2015?
I think it was July the 19th. Okay. I said that I think. No, I know. Yeah, July the 19th.
I can't exactly just like me though.
What?
Because obviously me and Ash December 2015.
Oh, yeah.
Then when did you get married?
2019 April.
2019 April.
So a couple years before you. You got married in April.
Yeah, I got married in April. And then obviously your son's 1 month older than mine.
Similarities,
small. Small.
So how did you meet your wife?
So
tell us a story.
It's nothing like major.
Yeah.
Like to be fair, I met her in church. Innit?
Oh.
Yeah, I know. When I say that, a lot of people are like, what? Like that happens? Like, but I met her in church. It was mad because it was in a time of my life where I had just come out of a mad toxic relationship. Yeah. Like I say toxic, them uni relationships that end up just sucking the life out of you, innit? Yeah. Not any slight on my ex, it was both of us.
Yeah,
it was
I heard
thing, innit? And when I met my missus in church, I was at a point in my life where I was like, as for the person that I'm even going to consider marrying, I'm not going to meet them until I'm like 25. So I'd already told myself I'm doing baby boy lifestyle. I'm going to just enjoy it.
Just rip everybody.
Literally, bro. So,
don't kill me.
So during the summer, I was doing like a job, street fundraising, innit?
Ah.
So, you know the ones who raise awareness for the animals, animals I don't care about myself. Yeah. And we saw, my boy and I, we saw 2 girls and we were like, okay, if we can get them to sign up, that's our target done for the day, innit? So approached them. And the way they flipped the script, it was like, okay, if we help you, you have to help us too. So they start talking to us about church.
You know, that kind of happened to me, You know, me and one of my boys, Well, girls, they're very smart, innit? They're very crafty.
Yeah.
So me and my boys were on a night out. Then obviously I'm married now, so cool. This was past life.
Yeah.
So we approach these things, innit? Well, these get women,
That's a
not
things.
things.
Ah!
We approach these women, innit? Yeah.
Like,
We approach these women, chatting to them, and they're like, "Yeah, I'll give you my snap, or if you come to my church."
yeah.
I looked at my guy, I was like, "What the? I was like, "Well, give me a snap." But they was like, "Nah," like they started proper preaching to us.
Yeah.
I wasn't really gonna go, but it was a church that we can't name.
Oh, okay.
But I was actually gonna go. So yeah, sorry, I interrupted a lot.
No, I hear it. No. But yeah, so they flipped the script completely, started talking to me about church. Meanwhile, I'd been going to church all my life. I went to a Catholic church, innit? I was
What's it with Igbos and Catholic? Though?
Yeah, that's a thing.
We love a Catholic.
Because even for me to go to the church I go to now, it was a battle with my mum and dad.
Yeah, we love a
with my mum.
Catholic.
Yeah,
I feel like my mum even was doing Catholic back in the day.
Yeah. But so I was even an altar boy. That's how.
Oh wow,
deep in the
yeah.
church I was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when this girl's telling me about church, I'm thinking, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
I know everything that you're gonna tell me.
Yeah.
But truth be told, that was at a point in my life where I definitely had distance from God. So it came, although I was trying to fight it, inside I knew that this must be, literally from God, innit?
Yeah.
So I got invited to the church, went there. And the only reason I even went to church that day, because I wasn't gonna go. I took, she invited me. The only reason I even decided to go was because it started later. So I was like, I woke up and my church was like, I have to get there at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
These lot starting at 2:30. So I was thinking, let me get a couple hours extra sleep and then go to this church. So then I ended up going, and then I met my wife's sister first. And it was like, the way she is like, I had a perception of what church people would be like, innit? Yeah. So, and she was so cool. She was like so opposite of what I expected. She was so blessed. So I think I vibed with her on a like friend level from early, innit? And then bit by bit, she just introduced me to her sister. Then from there we just
free
hit it
ball,
off,
you
man.
know.
Literally, a snap without even knowing. No look past.
So when you met your wife, obviously, was she into the church as well?
Yeah.
So how was that like trying to obviously pursue a woman that's like in her faith?
That's a very good question. Because me, I was baffed. I didn't know what angle to approach it from. And to be fair, I didn't have to even run any game with her. If anything, we just started off as genuine friends. Like I think out of all the people in the church, she was the one I was talking to the most. So she took my number, just talking. And then obviously feelings started to develop, innit? And she'd had just come out of a toxic situation herself, So I think there was one point where there was a point, So even though I'd met her and I thought I had my eyes on her, obviously as a man, you still
Yeah.
Like my pastor, he calls it antelopic ratio.
Don't kill me.
Like
I have it though.
Yeah.
You assess the options first.
Yeah. So there were a few people that I'd like spotted, but I didn't have a connection with them because I wasn't speaking to them the way I was speaking to her. And then I think there was one point I just had to realize, you know what? I have to just make a decision. Is my priority to do baby boy life and wait till 25? Because these times I was 22 when I met her. And then miss out on potentially a person that I can see with wife traits, traits that I would want in a wife and a mother of my kids, or make the decision, sacrifice baby boy. I say sacrifice, but say bye to the baby boy lifestyle and then make, commit to her. And bit by bit, I just kind of, so there was no real anything I had to do, just literally being friends. And then one day I just said it to her and then it turned out she liked me too.
I swear.
And then it was just from there. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You said you spoke about traits. What was your first impressions like when you first met her? Or when you was getting to know her? Like, what was your first impressions of her?
I think the first thing I realized was she's very similar to me in the sense that she's like quite introverted, didn't it? That wasn't really the thing that stood out though. Like, it's a hard question to answer, to be honest. But she was very thoughtful, very caring. Obviously, attractive, aesthetically pleasing. That one, that's what attracted me to her in the first place. But and she was very, that's it. She had her head screwed on. She was very morally correct. Because in this climate nowadays, the dating pool's in the bin, innit?
Yeah.
Like women are just thinking like men, like
Yeah.
it's as savagely as men, innit?
Even worse sometimes.
Huh?
I said even worse sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. Worse, no
Yeah.
facts. Yeah, the stuff that I see on Twitter, on Instagram, like
They want to
people's
break our
opinions.
hearts. They want to join our pockets.
everything, you know? So yeah, just the way, like, she was very morally correct. Aside from her relationship with God, so that was just how she was before God even had come into her life like that. And
So obviously you guys were dating, boyfriend and girlfriend for a while.
Yeah.
When did you decide to want to propose? What was that transition like for you?
So when I got into the relationship with her, I already had it with the intention of, okay, one day we're gonna get married, which was new compared to like all my previous relationships. That one was just, vibes. And the time, I think it was like a point where I got a job. It was okay. I'd gone through a mad period, didn't it? I got kicked out of uni.
Damn.
Yeah, I got kicked out of uni. But at this point, it was mad because I was expecting to go into my third or second year. Yeah. And had a summer job. So what I did was giving my notice to the summer job because I was prepared to like go all in for uni. Just as I gave him my notice, that's when I found out I was getting kicked out of uni, innit?
Wow.
Yeah. So then I remember it was mad. Like I went through a period of...
Can you retract the notice?
Huh?
Can you do that?
You can retract notice.
If you give notice, can you say, sorry,
Yeah,
I should try back?
No, you
I've
can
never thought
retract it. You can retract it.
Okay.
I went through a mad... And the thing is, my parents didn't know. Like I was hiding... I was keeping all this to myself.
Yeah.
So it was only her that I was confiding in, and my brother as well. But like she would like, giving me advice, this, that, and the other. And then there was one thing she said to me. She was like, when... She said, I think it's extreme circumstances call for extreme actions or something like that. So she's like, you're going through all this madness. Have you ever considered like taking time out to submit it to God and like really pray and fast? And I'd been in the church for about 3 years, like just a lay member, basically. I'd never even, anytime they were doing like joint prayer and fasting, I never got involved. In it. So this time I was like, no, this one, I actually need to do it, innit? And during that period of time that I was praying and fasting, a job that I had applied for 8 months ago that I forgot about, they reached out to me to say that I got through to the next stage.
8 months later?
Yeah, bro, yeah. I forgot about the job, innit, completely.
This work.
No, but it's a blur. Like,
No,
the
no,
timing.
yeah,
Crazy.
very
Yeah, but
timely,
8 months
yeah.
though.
But for 8 months though, what is wrong with
it's
these career
crazy,
people?
bro.
Yeah.
So now I was like, all right, cool. I'm praying now for my uni situation. I'm praying for this job. And it's at the time, like the job, very good job, like the pay and everything. And then did it. By the end of the prayer and fasting, I think I did like 3 weeks, got reinstated back into uni and got the job, innit?
Wow.
And
So
it was from there, I was just, everything was just like, it just made sense, innit? And I was like, now financially, I can afford to be at uni and get married, because I think what I was waiting for was to finish uni before even starting to think about marriage. But then I didn't consider the fact that that all that stuff can happen at the same time, and everything kind of just fell into place. So from there, as soon as I got the job, started saving. I didn't even tell her. I just started saving towards the wedding. I'd already set a budget in my mind.
Oh, wow.
I'd already set a date mentally as well. She didn't know any of this. And then boom, yeah.
How did you propose?
You know what? This is such a weird question, because anytime I talk about it, she hates the way I propose. And now when I look back on it, I was like, I could have tried.
I hope it weren't just in the kitchen. You just said,
on 2 knees, not even on 1 knee. Nah, but so I had a plan. I had a whole plan where I was going to. So it was around my birthday that I proposed, didn't it? But the plan was she was gonna take me out, and then I had people, friends of mine and hers, that were going to. They were gonna pick her up and then tell her to, because she used to be in the dancing ministry in our church, innit? So one of her friends was going to say, oh yeah, we've got a rehearsal. She'd already told her from the week before, we've got a rehearsal, but it kind of clashes with when you're taking Andrew out. So then they decided amongst themselves that she was gonna pick her up from the date and take her to this venue.
Yeah.
So
What, to rehearse? Or was that the plan?
No,
that was the plan.
The plan.
Oh,
Yeah, that was the plan.
'cause I was gonna say, the couple's budget.
So then one of my boys, he was gonna pick me up at the same time, and they were gonna coordinate together to get me there before her, even though she was gonna leave before me. Then they would have the whole place set up. They have cameras, petals on the floor, a group of our friends there. She'll come in thinking that she's gonna go and change, and then boom, I'm there to propose. But then
it didn't go like that.
because she's so. This girl, she ruins surprises for herself.
That's the thing about women, they ruin their own surprises.
Yeah. And I'm very petty because once you do that, I'm gonna remind you, make you feel it, innit?
Yeah.
So one of my boys, he's like, because she came to my house one day, and we were talking about the date. So I said to her, get your nails done, because I like when she gets her nails done, innit? And so I was just like, I didn't think it was so bait, but I think I might have made it a bit bait without realizing.
It's not bait, because it's for your birthday.
That's what I'm thinking,
Anyway.
So
is she that kind of girl that likes to do her nails and have is that a normal thing?
Not often, but she knows that I like it. So she has done it in time, sometimes for me, innit? So if it's my birthday, I'm thinking, it's not going to be so obvious. Next thing you know, she's messaged someone, I think something is happening. Something is happening this weekend. So the friends message me. Then one of my boys said, abort mission. So from there, I had to just cancel the whole plan. And in her mind, throughout the whole day, she was just waiting for me to drop on my knee. So in my mind, I'm a troll, because I'll do things I'll drop my keys. Things like that, just to make her feel like...
but honestly, that's true. If you don't hear, you must feel it.
Literally, that's what I live by. So in the end, we just had to improvise, and it was a special service that we're doing on the Sunday. And it's everyone was I don't know, different factions or different groups, what do they call? They call them cell groups. Okay. Yeah, that's another way. Yeah, cell groups. So it was called Rep Your Center. They called them centers. So Rep Your Center now. And we were all wearing different color hoodies and stuff like that. Had umbrellas, all that stuff. So she was in one where they wear red. I was in another where they wear blue, innit? So then one of my boys, I don't know, he's got a kind of eye for design, and he knows what looks good, innit? So he kind of said, don't worry, get you to propose today in church. I'm going to set up everything, people standing in a circle or something like that with their umbrellas up. And in my mind, it didn't sound that great, innit? But then when I came and saw it, I was like, rah, this actually looks very good. So then one of, his sister went and got her and said, I only found out 2 weeks ago what her bait was. Because all this time I thought she was saying, I thought it was that she saw the group of people and said, Nancy, let's go check it out. But it turns out that she said, Andrew's doing a rap battle or something like that. And I was just like...
So she was coming to drag you out.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's what she was thinking. So anyway...
that is so funny.
So then she's come in, and then I'm on my knees there. I'm on my knee, and then proposed like that in front of bare people. Yeah. So it looked good, and it was nice. But really and truly, when I see a lot of people, not it's not pressure or anything like that. But I like a lot of the ideas I've seen people, and the effort that people put into proposing to their missus, and I do kind of wish I did it. I don't regret anything.
You had to do
But I feel you did put the effort in with the first
time.
It, man. But then you had to avoid it. So I feel like you tried.
And I didn't want to delay it either. So I wanted to still do it that weekend.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So what was the wedding planning like? How did you find planning the wedding?
Especially before COVID. Not gonna lie, you man had it easy.
Yeah. What, did you both get married after COVID?
I got married 2022.
Yeah, you got married 3 months before me.
Yeah. Okay. Is it harder after COVID? I know prices have inflated.
Prices are crazy, man. Prices were crazy.
Yeah.
But tell us about
what was it like.
So it's funny because our wedding, I proposed in October and we got married in April. But I tell you,
October, then April?
6 months.
6 months. But I tell you, the planning didn't actually start until, I'll say, end of December, beginning of January.
So you guys had 4 months to plan a wedding?
Literally planned, because I think we needed all our parents, we wanted our parents around because they wanted to do certain traditions.
Trad stuff, yeah.
Before we could start planning the white wedding. So
that's
my mum was in Nige, and then her mum just flew out to Nige afterwards as well. So we had to wait, and they were there for a while. So we had to wait for them to start planning. So we started planning in about January. And looking back on it, it wasn't, at the time it felt so stressful. I won't lie, especially trying to plan it in that period of time. But I think more of the stress came from our parents.
Oh, of course.
Ooh, what kind of
Parents
stress?
No, of course.
Nigerian parents.
Of course. Are you both from the same tribe?
Yeah.
Oh, so even then, parents are...
Yeah.
Wait, so what was the challenges?
Like you know what? So, okay, for example, her dad is very traditional.
Like, she's Igbo, right?
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's very traditional. I'd say my parents are kind of traditional, but not as traditional as her dad. So he was just about the village stuff. Like we have to fulfill.
But we're London, uncle, man.
Certain things like obviously they have to do a list, which I didn't mind. But for them, it was like until the list has been fulfilled, nothing else can happen. You have to. This is the priority. So he told us. It was so funny. He told us that he doesn't care after the list. You don't even have to invite him to the wedding. That's literally. After that, demands from all parents. Listen, the demands. My mum, her dad started conspiring about the vehicle that we were going to use to transport us. Because we were thinking like we would be trying to be cost effective, planning a wedding in a short space of time, and we'd set a budget of like, it's mad. The actually like how much we spent on the wedding was about 11 and a half, 12, so which was so calm.
Well, that's mad, no?
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So calm. Like I was so happy about that.
Yeah.
But that came with its stresses, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's like certain things. So my mum wanted a Rolls Royce. Like she wanted me to get a Rolls Royce as a.
No, but okay, mum, you want Rolls Royce? Then
bring on Rolls Royce money, you know?
Yeah.
So, but I'd already said, and I got a rental, and I was like, okay, I can get this rental for a week. I can get someone that will drive it. That's what I need to do. And then after the wedding, I can just drive the car for another 6 days. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But then, so when I told my mum that had been sorted out, it turns out she'd gone and called her dad, and they were conspiring that these guys they're going to ruin this wedding because of a car, like one car that I didn't get them. So she's called, my missus has called me like 5 in the morning. 5 in the morning, my eyes are hot, red. And then she's calling me complaining that, dad said that you haven't sorted out the car. And I was like, you were there. You know I sorted it. We were both together when I sorted out the car. What do you mean? And then she said that dad like literally came to her door 4:30 in the morning to complain about us not sorting it out.
Who was supposed to drive the car? Who was supposed to be in the car? You and your fiance at the time?
Yeah.
Why do they care about what car you get coming though?
Bro,
image, isn't it?
No, image.
Was it?
You know what one thing I say though? I say parents, what they do, they'll complain, they'll pray against third parties coming into your marriage. But then it's them that will be the third parties that will be interfering and stuff. And then, bro, it's like it's about what you're driving.
Yeah.
About you and your wife. You're happy with what you've got.
Exactly.
And then they'll come and
it's
do
me,
some...
And it's me paying. It's not like they're paying. It's me that's paying. But honestly, other than that, obviously, like... there's a part of me that's hoping they don't watch this. But honestly, aside from the troubles that, like, the little stresses that our parents gave us, they were so helpful in the grand scheme of things. Because there were certain things that had to be done last minute, like doing this list thing. They would have originally wanted us to go to Nigeria to like fulfill the list and be welcome to the elders and this, that, and the other. So her dad's just booked a flight, boom, and done it himself. Then my groomsmen, they needed their trad wear. So my mum just went back. After she'd just come back from Nigeria, she went again and just sorted out all my groomsmen's attire. She helped like with negotiating stuff like decorations. We spent only $7 for decorations all together. That's cheap, right? That's good, isn't
bro, my decorations are 6 bags.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus, Lord. Yeah. So like little things, or even with a caterer, the amount we spent on food was mad cheap. Like, honestly, when I say things just came together, as much as we were stressing before,
that's good, man.
on the day, things just worked out.
Did you do a trad and a white wedding?
No, we wanted to,
Yeah.
but our parents wanted us to as well.
Yeah.
I wish we did in hindsight because you make so much money from.
Trad.
Did you man do?
I did it.
Yeah.
No, I can't lie. I made decent bucks still.
Yeah.
It was alright. Nothing special.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was spending money for holiday.
Yeah.
Paid for a photographer. And there was some change left over for like cabinet and it was alright still. But even then, even if your in-laws watch it or your parents watch it, I think people need to kind of understand, because when I was I think someone said to me the other time I should be a bit more mindful of how I talk about my in-laws and but I was like, bro, that's my mum and dad regardless. It's basically a mum and dad relationship. The same way I talk to my mum and dad is the same way I talk to her mum and dad. But then you can understand I could complain sometimes. But then I'll still love them with all my heart, you know what I mean?
100%.
So, I just think if I talk about them, however, just people need to realise we can I'm just venting.
Yeah, I've softened the blow by saying they helped. They were very helpful.
Because obviously, even Abs' mum, as jarring as it was, because obviously she's Yoruba, so as jarring as it is, because I don't know nothing about Yoruba culture, as jarring as it was having to do certain things, she was a massive help in terms of even her going to Niger, even her family side going to Niger, sorting everything out. Even her having to cough up peas towards the end. Like, bro, but obviously that's a given that she's always going to be good and always help me. Obviously, sometimes I might say they're bad, it don't matter, but I still love her with all my heart, you know what I mean? But that's calm though. So obviously, in terms of what and how we came across you, obviously you're Ken's wife's friend, but obviously you do stuff like speeches and helping groomsmen prepare their speech. Oh no, helping grooms prepare their speech. How did you kind of get into that?
It was quite. I just kind of fell into it. I think it was earlier this year. I kind of. So I was doing something called a skills audit. I don't know if you've heard of that before. It's basically where you ask people around you what they think that you're good at. Because naturally, there's things that we're good at that they don't seem extraordinary to us. They're normal to us. But other people can't do it. So So, and it was because of a mentor of mine. A mentor of mine told me to do it, innit? So I've asked a few of my friends, asked my missus, and they said that communication, public speaking, and stuff like that. And I asked my missus, like, why? Why do you say that? And it was because on our wedding day, I did my speech. I forgot to plan my speech. I forgot to write anything for my speech, I was so concerned about everything else that was happening on the wedding day, Forgot about everything. And the thing that I was worried about the most was dancing. I'm not a dancer.
Same, man.
Hey, he just like me, man.
Bro, you just have to drink, fam.
I'm after 1, 2, step this way.
That's all I got.
So that's all I was worried. So once it was done, I was like, we're good. So I'm sat there on the high table with her, waved as hell. And they've called me. They said, we're going to call the man of the hour to give his speech. That's when I realized.
I still have to do this? Is this camera on me?
So then I looked at my missus and I know the way she is in it. So I know she hates things like that. So I said, I can't lie to you. I haven't done anything with the speech. And her head is spinning. She's like, why wouldn't you plan this, that, and I like to troll her, innit? So I did that on purpose. So I just walked up there and boy, I just like flowed with, and it worked. I kept it. And what I was surprised about is the fact that despite the fact I was waved and whatnot, I was still very time conscious. I kept everything like kind of short and sweet. So I've got it recorded. The speech was about 7 minutes. 6 to 7 minutes.
That is a
What you have to say for 7 minutes?
Is that long?
Bro, I think mine was like a minute something, bro. Maybe even 3.
Were you just rounding up? Or like, what were you doing?
Man said bullet points. I love her. She's beautiful.
Nah, bro, I don't know why, but because I didn't plan either. I just every time I'm like, I'm just gonna go in off the dome and speak how I feel at the time, innit? Because when I feel like I plan stuff, I'll forget it. Okay. Especially in like big moments like that. Because with me, I can do public speaking in stuff like this, like banter, stuff like that. But when it comes to professional serious moments, like even the other day at work, we did a Black History Month thing. I was on a panel. And bro, I was shaking. Like, people said, okay, you grew in confidence during it because obviously you could tell I started getting more comfortable. But bro, I don't know why, but professional serious moments, I freeze sometimes.
Nah, I hear it.
So
why is that? Because that's like me.
I don't know.
I don't like if I was to public speak, I would like avoid it or say I'm not doing it.
Oh, really?
There was one time, in fact, should I even there's one time, they have me in church. Yeah. Where our pastor gave us an assignment to come up and speak about what we've learnt from the previous like midweek services, isn't it? He was like, Ken,
That's
this day you're coming to do it.
Oh, I remember that.
No, I didn't come, bro.
Oh, you didn't come?
Man. I didn't go. And on the Sunday, he grabbed me. He was like, where are you? No, I avoid it. I don't know where it is, man. And the thing is like, when you actually give me the mic, it's like, it flows. But I think it's just the build up and like the anxiety and the overthinking that just stops you from doing it. But I need to work on it. So even this is new, bro. And it's helping because, me on the mic. Like, I never thought I can do this.
Yeah, definitely. So for me, it was, I don't know, it just flowed and there was like a structure, but I didn't plan the structure. It just kind of, because watching it back, I'm like, oh, raw, like you did that off the, you know,
Off the
and
dome,
the fact that you men are saying like 7 minutes is kind of long, that's how like a lot of people were coming to me on the day saying, oh, that speech was amazing. Like, do you have it, like, can you send it to me? And I was like, I didn't write it down. They're like, what, you didn't write that down? So that's when I realized, all right, cool, this is, and it wasn't just that, it was, I'd gone to a lot of other weddings afterwards and before where grooms tried to do the same thing. Even their best men, sometimes you have best men that are just embarrassing the groom and the bride.
I don't think that's cool though.
Yeah. As in, when I say embarrassing, not even like coming and roasting them, but just a terrible speech. Yeah. Like,
what's a terrible speech?
Because wait, even then, Atkins, for mine, I can't like, Atkins had one of the best speeches out. Like, bro, that speech was, I don't even know if even to this day, I don't even know if he rehearsed it or anything. I need to ask him. But that speech was such an excellent speech that I think even his speech was probably one of my favorite moments of the day.
Yeah. So the things, even like, see how you said good, like I've seen amazing speeches. I've seen, even my speech, as much as I say it was good, looking back on it, there's areas where I could definitely improve it. So like, there's certain things, even like, there's stuff like even mic etiquette, like even the way you hold the mic, movement, because some people just walk around too much and it's very distracting.
Do you think that's from the nerves though?
It's definitely the nerves, because even me on my speech, I think I was moving a bit too much. There were points where you could see I was very confident, I wasn't moving too much. It's almost like you're commanding the stage when you minimize the movement. But then there was definitely elements where it's like I'm almost trying to think of what to say next, so I'm moving a bit too much. And I've seen some amazing speeches where I'm like, okay, I know I would see this speech and think it's like a 7.5 or 8. But there's little things that you can just tune up to make it like a 9.8.
What makes a good speech then?
So time is very important. Time, I think, is a massive thing, because I've been to many weddings where the guy's going on for too long or it's too short, where it's like
no, mine was, don't worry, trust me, mine was concise.
I don't think I was there at the time of your speech. My fault, man. It was Zeph, man. Obviously, his wedding was like 2 months after Zeph was born. So obviously we thought it would be fine, but we forgot to buy, the air muffs. So the wedding entrance, so it was not even like the bride and groom hadn't even entered yet. It was the family's entrance. So Zeph was sleeping. Then it was like, time for you. I never forget even the song. What song was it? One Igbo song like this, And then the music started, the bass, and Zeph was like, he literally was sleeping and he woke up and he was just like, what's happening? So me and also rushed him out because the noise, innit?
It was too much.
Then I was just like, we just have to go, man. Because we tried to firm it, but it was like, nah.
Too unsettled, didn't it?
But what makes a good, so you said time.
Yeah, time is very important. There's a lot of things, but like ones that I think are very important. So I break it down into like the construction of the speech and the delivery of the speech. So when it comes to the construction, you've got to think about time, you've got to think about the topic. A lot of I've seen a lot of grooms think their wedding speech is the opportunity to do stand-up. And it's like, you're not even funny like that, bro. Like, so it's just, it's like, it's embarrassing. Obviously, if you're naturally funny like that, don't force it. Don't force it. Exactly, don't force it. So when I think about topics, I usually try and get people to focus on just telling a story, rather than using it as a roasting session or something. Even like best men, because the service that I provide is not just for grooms, it's for the best men as well. And it's like, naturally a story will have funny elements in it without you forcing to be funny, you know? So, and people will connect on that personal level because it's like an area of, there's an element of vulnerability that you're, you know, inserting into the whole thing. So yeah, topic, time, focus on stories. When it comes to delivery, things like your body language, your body posture, enunciation. That's another thing. Like people ramble or mumble their speeches, and if it's not clear enough, you're not gripping people to actually like, you know, stay engaged. Another thing I forgot, the beginning and the end of the speech is very important. Like you start off strong and end strong, because a lot of people, they'll focus on the middle of the speech and start anyhow and then finish, and it's like that ending could be the difference between someone remembering the speech and just thinking, oh, that was a cute speech, like, you know what I'm saying, sort of thing. So the way you start and end is very important, something that you need to pay attention to. There was one more that I was going to say. There's a few, but
there
there's
must
one
be
more I was
a
going
lot.
to say, yeah.
Must be a lot.
Just give me a second. Let me try and see if I can remember. It's gone.
It's calm, bro.
It's gone.
It's calm, but no, I get that. I've seen quite a few good speeches, but normally I'm the guy where when their speech is going and I'm just like, bro, I'm trying to dance, man.
Yeah.
I want to be, so that does make sense, because you need to have a speech that's like captivating.
Yeah.
Like, people actually paying attention.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what some of us Nigerians are like, or even black people, like we just want to turn up.
Exactly.
So when people are just talking,
Yeah,
like, no one's trying to hear.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's why
I
you
hate
need
that
to
so much.
you need to make sure that, like you said, the time is not going for too long, and you're actually captivating the energy in the crowd, etc.
I remember now. So the thing is, a lot of people come, like, I haven't really seen grooms do it, but I know there's people that go out there and say, oh yeah, I'm a bit nervous and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's like,
why would you?
It's like, you're trying to get us to pity you.
Yeah.
No, like, be a man. Like,
That's screwed.
Yeah.
And you also do have a service, Road to Romance.
Yeah.
So tell us a bit more about that.
So like I mentioned, my missus said that one thing that I was good at was communication. And so I thought, okay, let me help. That one was birthed out of the groom thing, because it was like, all right, I want to provide this wedding service. And I also, so I wanted to provide the wedding service, but it's like, how about you go further back and help people with their communication and relationships? And then that can actually lead to people eventually getting married if they're not already married. And then that's another service that you provide from there. So communication is something that I've started to like pay more attention to, like be more intentional about, innit? Sort of thing. So with my missus, early stages, our communication was so poor. Like naturally, she's not a great communicator in terms of she's not forthcoming with things. Like she won't just open up about things. You have to kind of prod and poke and pry.
Most
proper.
women are like that.
Yeah.
Most like, what's the word I'm looking for? You said she's not an extrovert, she's an introvert.
Yeah.
I think that just comes from her maybe just being a bit introvert.
Yeah. And she also mentioned like just even like the way she grew up, that wasn't really a thing. Where in my house, I wouldn't say we were quite great communicators either. We were a bit more expressive, but not in the right ways.
Yeah.
So it was like that. It just didn't work with her, innit? So there'll be times where I'm trying to get her to communicate. Then when she tries to communicate, just because I'm not familiar with her way of communicating or I don't agree with it, I'm now shutting it down, sort of thing. Yeah. And I realized that was causing major problems in my relationship. Not just with her, but with everyone else. I was applying the same thing, innit? So after a while, I just started to be more intentional about it. It's just about me being... Because someone asked me the other day, what qualifies you to speak about communication in relationships? And I said, nothing other than the fact that I'm willing to recognize where my communication isn't the best, and I'm open-minded to fixing it and improving it. You know, like even today, so at my job, I had to tell this guy, this Eastern European guy, where to park, innit? He didn't want to park where I was telling him to park. And then it just ended up in a back and forth. He was vexing.
Them man
me,
are
bro.
stubborn.
Yeah, bro.
Them
Fam.
man are stubborn.
So he was just like, just arguing. The thing is, his window was
Them
even
man are
wound up, so I can't even hear him. I'm just seeing him doing this, doing that. And I'm getting mad, innit? And then he's wound down the window now. He said, I want to park here. But I was like, I switched, innit? Like, in the end, managed to get him to park where I wanted him to park, innit? And then we were just going back and forth, back and forth. And then I thought about it, like immediately after, I thought, like you could have dealt with that. You could have navigated that a little bit better. Where before, I wouldn't even have felt a way about that. I would have been like, it is what it is. So now it's like, even if I know that I'm not in the wrong or I feel like I'm right, I'm still looking at ways that I could have improved an interaction. So taking that into my relationship and into all interactions is, that's
how do you think your communication skills are with Abby?
It's okay. It's definitely gone a lot better. Because I think at the start at the start of our relationship, it was very hit or miss because she's like someone that likes to take things away and think about it, but I'm someone that likes to deal with it then and there. Because I'm just like, why am I?
We're very similar.
Yeah, I'm just like, why are we beefing when we can just sort it out? So, because it's like, that's just how I am. Like, even one time back in uni, me and Montel, we argued about something and we didn't speak for months. And we're in the same house. It was just bare awkward for everyone in the house, innit? I think it was from like his birthday, so from November to like Jan, and then in Jan came back from Christmas. We talked about it. We said cool, and we was like 5 minutes after, it's back to normal. Like that's how I am. Like I'm like, like we say sorry, then we just get over it, and it's basically we're back to normal. So that's how I am. But Abs is she likes to think about it, deep here, and then maybe even hold some grudge sometimes. And I'm just like, I'm too old to be doing this. I've got better things to do. Because I'm someone that likes to think, if we're arguing, I don't want to go to sleep on an argument. Or I know it's not practical sometimes. Sometimes you can, I think, let's at least bless it before we go to sleep, innit? Because you never know what could happen.
That's true.
So that's how I am. And I had to start learning that that's not how you are. So I've kind of had to now learn to deal with it in her own time. If we argue, then I'll give her some time to think about it and I'll maybe come to her. But we'll wait until she comes on to explain maybe if she thinks I've changed or not. To be honest.
Oh, you're bringing your missus on
at some point. At some point.
Yeah, one day.
It'll
be interesting.
Yeah, very interesting.
What about you?
My communication levels. You know what? I have periods where it's good and I have periods where I'm like, not so good. But I think with me, one thing about me is that, and I'm working on, like, I'm quite snappy. So because obviously my wife, my wife, she's quite outspoken. So almost like you, we're quite similar. So maybe that's where the clash is, isn't it? So she likes to address things there and then. And sometimes I may not even be in the mood to take what you're saying. It could be, to me, it could be nagging. So I'm just like, allow it, man. Like, go away, kind of thing. But that's not wise in communication. Obviously, I need to learn how to accept things and like talk about it in a respectful manner. But so I'm someone that I will react first sometimes, and then later I'll be like, okay, babe, let's talk kind of thing. But I'm just trying to work on cutting that out. So
it's a learning process because I was definitely like that. It's like the fact that you're at that stage where you can be like, all right, cool, you know what, I can look back and look at where I went wrong. That's how it starts. Because even me, as I'm doing it now, I'll definitely I get it wrong all the time, every single day.
That's the human being, chat.
You know what I'm saying?
But obviously, just before you go, because of time, tell us a bit about marriage and fatherhood now. So how has it been being married since 2019? So 4 years. 4 years. So 4.5 years now. It's been good, man. It's not something that I regret at all. It's something that I try to encourage guys to do. Like not too early, but as early as possible, innit? Because bare man, they wait till they're past their prime before they, it's like you're not giving the best part of you to your missus. You get? So I'll say it's definitely it's taught me a lot about myself. Taught me, instilled a lot of qualities in me that I definitely need to just excel in life in general, like things like patience and just being aware of other people and stuff like that. That's what I'll say about marriage. How did you find out you was going to be a father? Was it like a surprise? Was it planned?
No, it was planned,
it was planned.
It's planned. I say it was planned. It was like, she was at a point where she was ready to have kids. I was like, I'd say 57% ready, innit?
That's a long way off, though.
No, honestly.
But like, because I was like, I'm down. But deep down, I was like, because I'm deep in the changes that's going to happen now, innit? Things that I can just freely do. I won't be able to do
I
it
didn't
anymore.
deep that change, you know.
Oh, really?
I feel
Bro.
like I was tricked still.
Really?
No, not by Abs, but by Ken and some of my other friends that have kids. Bro, because it's be like, I'd see you guys when I come to visit you guys, everything's all nice and that. And I'm like,
but you're just seeing 1 hour or 2 hours of our day, bro.
That's the thing. So I was tricked. Because I was like, I'd see Ziza and I'd be like, oh, Ziza, my guy, you know, be chilling, playing with him. And then obviously, then I remember, I give him back. Then one time I was just deeping. No, these guys tricked me because I didn't know it was like this all the time. But obviously, that's because I saw a short amount of time in it. But it's still it's a beautiful thing, of course. But it's still the way your life changes. Jesus, and even in, I even thought I was kind of prepared, but I don't think anything can prepare you. There's nothing in this world that prepare you for having children.
No, nothing at all. Even I'd say the same about marriage as well. Nothing can prepare you. Like even just the idea of, oh wow, I'm gonna have to share a bed with someone for the rest of my life. You know, something like that. Little things that you take for granted, like stuff like that. But with fatherhood, I was always deep in how different my life would be. But I don't think she deeped it that much. Yeah, so sometimes she's like, oh, having a kid is hard. Yeah. And I'll just be looking at her like, this is what I was trying to, make clear to you.
If you don't hate, you must feel that.
Yeah, I'm saying. But so we found out, I think she was in Malta with her parents or something, with her mum. And she came back, she was like doing tests and stuff like that. And all of them, she was getting the symptoms of being pregnant, but it wasn't showing up in the test. And then one day it showed up.
So how did you feel when you saw that?
Yeah, it was very, like, I was happy. Yeah. It was still very mixed feelings. Yeah. I don't think the real joy came until he came.
Yeah, I hear you. Because the thing is as well, like even me, when I found out, I was like, because I still have the video on our phone and my mouth just opened. I was like, like this is crazy. Yeah. But then when you were doing the deed and you knew it was gonna come at some point, didn't it? But you just wasn't ready. But I think obviously during that time before,
no, because you just triggered a thought in my mind, fam. Yeah. No, that's funny. You can't say.
But obviously before the kid comes, you're very like pretty much the man. You're trying to pattern everything to make sure it's fine. Yeah. Then when they do come, that's when you feel the love and the joy. Yeah. But obviously with mothers, they would feel it because they feel the baby growing inside of them.
Exactly. Yeah. Connected.
So how you finding it so far?
Yeah. No, I'm like I said, it's like one of the best feelings in the world, isn't it? So like every time, just seeing like you guys spoke about like developments and stuff like that. Seeing how they just like change as they grow and. One thing that my missus and I always talk about is like being excited for the child that they're becoming, but also mourning the child that they're not anymore. Do you get little things like when they were like newborns, they did that scrunch reflex. Yeah. And it's like all of a sudden he's not doing it anymore. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, one day you're not gonna realize that you're not gonna be able to carry them anymore. But you don't even realize that day until like maybe way after.
You know what's mad about that? Like, I don't know why. Whenever I'm at work and that, I always go, because on my private Insta, I've got like, when it was first born on my stories to like, I think I'll always be looking through pictures of when he was newborn and stuff like that. And I just remember those times and I'm just like, there was a thing where people said, don't take the newborn stage for granted. I was like, forget the newborn stage. I want to run around and play with it. But I actually missed that stage so much because it just reminded me of a time where everything was just calm and you know what I mean? But now it's like, I can't even put him down somewhere and leave him. It's gonna be No, that's great. No, but no, bro, because of time, obviously. Yeah. Thank you very much for coming on.
Appreciate you, bro.
Really appreciate it, man. Honestly, it's a great conversation.
My first podcast, isn't it? So I appreciate you, man, for breaking me in.
Yeah. Obviously, maybe hopefully in the future, maybe we can get your wife. Yeah. Like both perspectives. Amazing. It's always nice to get both perspectives.
Definitely.
So we'll see. But is there anything?
No, go on, sorry, bro.
Is there anything that you want to plug beforehand?
Yeah. So I'll just plug my Insta actually. Yeah. So my Insta is a.c.e.gram. a.c.e.gram. And that's the same for TikTok as well. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So on there, I post a lot of content about communication and relationships, give you tips for speeches, wedding speeches, and I advertise my services and stuff there. Yeah. So,
so hit him up. Obviously, we'll tag him in all the stuff. Yeah. And obviously, there's a lot of grooms grooms.
Yeah,
There's a lot of people that are getting married recently.
Yeah,
so
reach
Weddings
out,
are
man.
talk of the
honestly,
town, man.
yeah, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
So obviously, hit up our guy.
Yeah,
Andrew.
reach out.
Make
man.
sure your speech is patterned. Don't go out and be
Honestly.
shaming yourself.
And I can't lie. And I can't lie. Your service is very unique.
It is,
I've never
'cause I've
seen
never heard of it as well.
a wedding speech business
Yeah.
before, so it's a sick
Thank you,
avenue.
bro.
No, it is.
Like,
Honestly,
Like, I'm not even just saying it because it's
Yeah.
proper sick.
And honestly,
Appreciate that.
people got a deep that you're spending how much on videography.
Bro,
that speech is gonna be
it's gonna be
saved
there,
and seen by a
recorded.
lot of people.
bro.
Make sure you get it right.
Yeah, man.
Shout out, guy.
No,
Andrew.
honestly,
You know what I mean?
shout out you, bro.
But honestly, yeah, man. Thank you for tuning into another episode of
Appreciate
Don't Tell
it.
My Wife podcast.
Appreciate it.
We'll catch you guys next week.
We
Peace
out.
out.
Yeah.